So whether you leave here as a scientist, a writer, an engineer, a business person, an artist, you must also be a citizen. It's more important now than ever before. It's key to building a world with more partners and fewer enemies, key to building a better America, to fighting income inequality, to providing health care, to giving our children and grandchildren a clean, independent, responsible energy future. All of these things can only be accomplished if we embrace one simple idea. So easy to say, but hard to do. Our differences are important. They matter. They make life more interesting, and they aid the search for truth. But our common humanity matters more. What makes you a community today? Not just that you're all wearing these little black robes with Lord knows what underneath, but because of what you have shared here, which causes you to reach across race and religion and political convictions and everything else. You have a common set of experiences because you had an opportunity to participate. You felt a responsibility to go forward. And you're here celebrating this together, not individually. There's no person here graduating alone. You're graduating because of your teachers, because of your families, because of your classmates, because of mentors. You are not alone. This is a common celebration. So for all your differences, you can shout with joy every time anybody mentions the class of 2007 because what you have in common is more important than those differences. In Southern Africa, where I do a lot of work, this whole concept of genuine belonging among people is captured in a word in the Xhosa language, the language of Nelson Mandela's tribe, Ubuntu. In English, it means, I am because you are. We do not exist alone. Therefore, for us to ignore one another's problems is a travesty. When the human genome was sequenced in 2000, to me, the most important thing was that these scientists, with this stunning breakthrough, looking at the 3 billion genomes per human body, discovered something that all the religious faiths had always taught, that genetically we are, every person on earth, look around this audience today, every person you see who looks different from you is different in less than 0.1% of his or her genetic makeup. Even our gender differences are determined by less than 0.1% of our genetic makeup. Why is it that people, even highly intelligent people, go through life obsessing about and trying to get other people to obsess about only the 0.1% of us that is different instead of the 99.9% we have in common? The ancient Hebrew prophets knew it when they said, he who turns aside a stranger might as well turn aside the Most High God. In the Christian New Testament, we are told that the second most important commandment next to loving God is to love your neighbor as yourself. In the Quran, the prophets said that Allah put different people on the earth, not that they might despise one another, but that they might come to know one another and learn from one another. In the Dhammapada, the Buddha said that you're not fully human unless you feel the arrow piercing another's body as if it pierced your own. I do a lot of work in Africa and in the north-central highlands where almost nobody rides anywhere and everybody walks. When people meet each other on trails, one will say hello or good morning or how are you, and the answer is not hello or I'm fine or how are you. The answer translated into English is simple. It is this: I see you. You think of how many people that we never see, or we never see whole and full, because they're part of the other, or they're just invisible. Somebody's going to have to come in here and clean up after us today. Will they be seen? And what about the people who are of different faiths and different politics and live in different places? Do we ever really see them? You are going to live in the most interesting period in human history. It should be the most peaceful, prosperous, exciting time the world has ever known. Do we have problems? Yeah. Is global warming a huge problem? Yes. Is the disappearance of species a big problem? You bet. Is Darfur a travesty? Of course it is. Am I worried about increasing income inequality in America and the fact that we still don't have health care for everybody? Absolutely. But they can all be solved if we see each other, if we recognize our mutual responsibilities, if no one believes that he or she is free to pursue any career without being a citizen too, because I am, because you are. We have to believe that and act on it. There is nothing beyond the reach of our common endeavor. All you have to do is remember it is our common endeavor. Good luck, and God bless you.